That's what I do. I share what I know for sure. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 2 decades, so I know a thing or two. Okay. And so I share with you because my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. And so we got this. You doggone right, we got this. So go ahead and tag your besties, your team members. And so we want them to get all this goodness. I don't want to be the best kept secret. Girl, I don't want to be the best kept secret. So I'm going to tell you how you're going to be unstoppable and how this is still your season. You know, every moment that you have a pulse, you have a purpose. And I want you to walk that thing out. Like, walk it out, walk it out. I need you to walk it out. And so every day you wake up, you got a pulse, you got a purpose. That means you got to run, not walk. That means you have to run. And so I am here to tell you it can be done. And so we're going to fall, but we're going to get back up. We're going to fall and we're going to get back up. So write this down. Let's talk about it. So in order for you to be unstoppable in the next 7 weeks, starting right now, first of all, I want to say congratulations to all of you that did the 7-day step challenge with me, 7,500 steps for 7 days. Yes, I made it. I went live that night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I made it. And so I didn't do it yesterday, but I said, you know what? That did teach me a lesson. I'm going to keep trying to do it. And so I'm going to try to get those steps in every single day. And so that is what business is about, is consistency. And so it did increase my endurance. It did give me more energy. It did those things. And so your business can give you the results, but you got to do it over and over and over and over. And so how do you become unstoppable? A pretty person's going to write this down. I love it when you put it in the chat for me. Here's my free business tip. Number 1, don't think, know, and act. You already probably know what to do. If you follow me or any other influencers, your mentor, your business coach, whoever you have that's coaching you, okay, don't think about what they said to do, know, and act on it. And so right now in my business, we're having Black November. And so our Black Friday started today. Yes, that collagen, baby, that collagen, put collagen if you want to know about it. So our Black Friday started today. And so I'm just acting on it, telling everybody about the importance of collagen. I'm telling everybody the benefits of collagen, you know, hair, nails, weight loss, muscles, you know, bones, joints, all the things, right? And so I take some collagen every single day. And so this is my moment to run it. Like, this is my moment to really educate and do all the TikToks and act on it, right? Stop looking for the end result. Just start doing the work. So they actually, yes, it started this morning and the system already went down. That's how many people that's how many people we're getting to look at what we have available. And so your business should be doing the same thing. Your website should be crashing. Like, it's so many people want to know, but you got to start talking to the people. Okay. So the moment you start thinking and analyzing, you've already lost. And so the moment you start thinking and analyzing, what Jerusha say, just do it and do it imperfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be me. The second thing I can tell you, write this down, never be satisfied. That's the second thing to be unstoppable. Never be satisfied. The drive to lose, or what I would say, the drive to close the gap between near perfect and perfect is the difference between great and unstoppable. Jerusha, you got to have that drive. Every single Tuesday, I have the drive to show up at 1:30. I got the drive because I want to close that gap between what? Near perfect and perfect. And so I just want to make sure you understand that you should never be satisfied. Like, there's more to do. There's more to give. There's more to share. It's always more. Okay. The third thing that I can tell you that we're going to do for the next 7 weeks to be unstoppable is be true to yourself. I think this is probably one of the biggest things that I see with people. They're not true to themselves. They are not. They say one thing and do something else. Be true to yourself. Say Jerusha said, because 70% of employees right now hate their jobs. Hate it. Okay. Unstoppable. If you want to be unstoppable people, they purge out everything that they don't like. They purge out everything out of their lives that they hate. And so if you don't like where you are, change it. That's how you become unstoppable. Now, I'm not saying just jump up and quit your job. That's not what I'm suggesting, but plan to eventually lay them off. I worked in corporate America. I used to work for CNN News. I laid them off. They didn't lay me off. I said, you can no longer satisfy my needs. And so I had a choice. And so you want to get in a situation where you have a choice. And so unstoppable people, they purge out everything out of their life that they hate, that they don't like. And so here's some homework for you. Ask people around you, when you think of me, what do you think about? When you think of me, what do you think I'm good at? This is a post, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Listen, you want a good engagement post? Now, if your page doesn't get engagement, this is probably not going to get engagement, right? If you want, you should take my 3-day ride so I can teach you the skills to get engagement. So there's some tools and some hacks that you can do to get more engagement. The 3-day ride is in December, so it's coming up, so get ready. But let me just tell you, if you have some engagement on your post or on your feed right now, if I were you, post, when you think of me, what do you think I am good at? ? And leave it right there. Now, when you do this, understand, people might respond and you might not like the response. However, the point is to get engagement on your page. Again, number one thing that you need to do first is go love on other people's pages. Here's a business tip from the 3-day ride. Before you post, go love on other people's pages, then post. I'm going to say it again. That's a free business tip right there. Before you post, this is warming up the algorithm. This is getting the algorithm on your side. You go love on people's posts. 10, 15, 20 people post, whatever. Like it, love it, comment on it, share it, whatever, right? Then you're going to post. When you think of me, what do you think I'm good at? ? Okay. So that should get you some engagement. But right now, if you never get engagement, this is not going to change it, right? You got to work on that. And I teach that in the 3-day ride. So be ready to accept the answers, but it will boost your page when people start to engage. And you want to make sure every person that engages on your page with a comment, you engage back. Don't go down the line and just like it. That's not engagement. If someone says, like she said, she's a newbie to me, I'm going to go and say, thank you for being a newbie here. Thank you for learning. Please come back. I'm going to talk to her with words that we've learned, vocabulary words. And so you want to make sure that whoever is engaging with your stuff, you don't be so lazy and you don't engage back. Yes or yes. You write it down. So only the believers are going to do it. Only the people that's ready to be unstoppable is going to do it. Only the people, I'm telling you right now. The fourth thing that I can tell you to be unstoppable is don't be afraid of the consequences of failure. Yes, don't be afraid of the consequences of failure. Most people stay close to the ground because it's safe, Jerusha, and because if they fall, it won't hurt that bad. And so most people do just enough. And so not you, not the pretty people. Okay, there's no failure, only feedback. And so what you have to understand is you're going to fall and get back up. And so you would not tell a toddler, you've fallen 100 times, you failed at walking. Would you say that to a toddler? I have 2 boys, #mama boys. I wouldn't tell my son he couldn't walk and crawl. He couldn't do any of the things, right? He was a preemie, so he was slow moving. And so if he fell 100 times, I'm not going to tell him, you know what? You just keep falling. You're just not good at this walking thing. Okay. I don't think walking is your thing. Even though God has given you legs and all, he's given you muscles and all to do it. I don't know. God has made you in his likeness and all, and God has given you the ability to walk. He did do that, right? But you just keep failing at this walking thing. I don't think it's for you. How many times has this been you? 100 times you've fallen and you've chosen not to get back up. You would not tell a toddler or anybody that's riding a bike, oh, you fall too much on that bicycle. Just give it up. No, you wouldn't do that. You would say, let's get up. Let's try again. Let's get up. Let's try again. Let's get up. You can do it. You would encourage that person. But when it comes to your business and you've fallen 100 times, how is it so easily to discard? How is it so easily to dismiss? How is it? So you got to be like that. Like, you know what? I'm unstoppable. And so now guess what? Not only does my son walk and crawl, he runs, he rides the bike, he skateboards, he does all the things because I kept encouraging him, get back up. You can walk. God has already given it to you, right? You can do it. It's just going to take more time than other people. That's all. It just took him longer than other people. But today you can't even tell the difference. So here's what I've learned. in the last few years being online, building 100 new business partners myself, learning social media. The most unstoppable thing that I've learned on being online, number 5, is never stop learning. Never stop learning the platforms. They're always changing. The algorithm is always changing. Technology is always changing. Never stop learning, because ordinary people seek entertainment. Extraordinary people or unstoppable people seek education and learning. I come to social media to learn. I come to social media to give. And so, what do you come to social media for? Yes, it's great to see great entertainment, but that's not really why I'm on here. It gives me inspiration of things that I can do. But see, education is not going to get go viral. This business training, it'll do well. I'll get hundreds of views, right? But it won't go viral. Okay, educational posts will never go viral. But your drunk cousin dancing in the street at Thanksgiving will. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they have the algorithm set up where the things that are not beneficial but funny, but not beneficial to take you to your next level, not beneficial to make you unstoppable, not beneficial to make you extraordinary, that wouldn't go viral. But let me dance crazy naked, that would. Why do you think the algorithm favors stuff like that? I look at stuff like that when I'm looking at TikTok. I'm like, I wonder why, because the people in China, they're not looking at the same thing that we're looking at. You guys know that, right? They're not, it's not coming up in their feed. It's set up that way. So be very careful with your time and what you're looking at, scrolling all day. Don't get caught up in the infinite scroll hole doing nothing. Don't get caught up, because it could be a trap. It could be. Say Jerusha said it could be. I'm just saying, be careful. So remember, extraordinary people seek education and learning. He said, preach, understand, okay? For me, you learn to earn to return. Write that down. You learn something, okay? You're going to earn from it, because knowledge is the new rich, right? Then you're going to return it, just like I'm doing right now with the pretty people. When I learn something, I come over here with you guys, right? And I share this with you, okay? You learn, you earn, and I'm returning it back to you, because I want you to get it too. I don't need to be on the top by myself. We can all go to the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded.